I own a fly shop, and let me tell you, vintage fly fishing equipment really excites me. And hopefully you'll understand a little bit about this fascinating, usable collectible. Why bamboo? Well, because of bamboo, modern fly fishing gained momentum here in the US and shortly thereafter in England. It was a material of choice for responsive use and reliability. Length does matter, and the shorter the better. Why? Well, scarcity is one reason. Most bamboo rods made were longer, and there are fewer shorter vintage rods produced. Also, shorter rods are lighter than longer rods, and that cuts down on casting fatigue. But mainly, shorter rods use lighter fly lines that are preferred on smaller waters. It's just more fun. When you buy a bamboo rod, keep in mind rarity doesn't always mean more value. Usability trumps rarity. So a 7-foot rod can be geometrically more valuable to an equal quality or even better quality 9-foot rod. A few things to guide you in your purchase of a bamboo rod. Most vintage bamboo rods came with a spare tip. Some think that because the tip was very thin, it was easy to break. But actually, the spare tip was used to rest the tips. And bamboo is a plant, and thus takes a set easily, which could be caused by the bending of fighting many fish. Straighter is better. And by the way, a bamboo rod is made by cutting and forming 4, 5, or 6 equal strips of bamboo and then gluing them together. Most all sections of a bamboo rod are of equal length. Check to make sure that the rod you are buying has all the sections equal, like this rod right here. The varnish that covers older rods should be smooth with no bumps. Bumps mean varnish melting from improper storage in a hot environment like a garage. This poor rod right here was fortunately not rewrapped, but it was horribly over-varnished on the guides and the bamboo. See these bumps underneath the over-varnish? That's caused from being left out in the garage for a zillion years. And year after year, heat melted the varnish. How can you tell quality? Well, here are a few guidelines. There are mainly 2 types of metal ferrules. Rolled, where the metal ferrule is rolled over the top of the ferrule, like this one. And machined, where the ferrule edge has been machine tapered, like this rod. Machine ferrules are more labor intensive and thus more expensive. A better quality fly rod will have 2 or more guides on the tip section than a cheaper rod, as you can see from these 2 examples. In a more expensive rod, reel seats won't be made of cheap metals or plastics. They'll be wood-filled, cork-filled, with usually nickel-silver, as you can see from these 2 rods. Cheap rods will have foregrips made of cork sheets, like this one. Better rods will have a 1/2 inch or less tapered cork rings as a foregrip, like this rod. Most better fly rods came in a metal tube, like this, and not in a cardboard tube, like this. Remember, the more changes to the original rod, the less valuable it will be. These are just a few caveats to help when purchasing a bamboo fly rod and help you in not overpaying or getting fleeced. Hopefully I shed a little light on the subject for you. Thank you.